talk a bit about your relationship with Coach Norvell and other members of the staff dating back to when they first started recruiting you back at Memphis?
Oh yeah, that was actually my first offer from high school. I mean, it's a Coach Norvell is a great coach. I mean, I wanted to give him an opportunity, but I had bigger plans at Oregon. But now I got the chance, to give him the opportunity. So I'm in Tallahassee now.
Ira Chaffel, Wartan.
Yeah, I was looking at your bio. In high school, you had some 300-yard games, a bunch of 200-yard games. Like, how many carries were you getting back then? And what was it like? Being, I guess, the feature back in that offense.
I didn't. I probably got like at the most like 9 carries a game. I only played like 2 quarters. I mean, I averaged like probably 17 yards a carry. I mean, at that high school, and then we had 2 back-to-back state championships. But I also had another. It was a quarterback, but he played running back at Mississippi State now. So me and him was just taking turns sharing the rock.
Brendan Sanone, 247.
Hey Trey, can you discuss your relationship with Coach Norvell? Obviously, it does go back from his time at Memphis, and just I don't know if there's any other staffers who you talk to at Memphis that are now at Florida State, but just what's your familiarity like with the FSU coaches?
I mean, they're real. I mean, I can talk to them about anything. I actually just met Coach Atkins right when I hit the portal. But when I first talked to him, I mean, it clicked right then. Like, we clicked right then. Like, we was like best friends right then.
Chris Nee.
Trey, I was reading up on your injury, and I think at one point you said you tore everything, is how you described it. Can you just talk about that injury, coming back from it, working back from it, where you stand today?
I mean, that process was hard. I mean, rehab was hard. I had to come in every day, work twice as hard as I did anyone else. Yeah, I tore everything. I mean, I feel like it was best though, because it made me who I am today.
Deer Kutz with the Osceola.
Trey, can you tell me about yourself, your family, and growing up, a little bit about things that are important to you, and what you're looking to get out of this education here, what you want to become in life?
Well, I'm a mama's boy. I love my mom. Oh, I love my dad too, but I'm a mama's boy. I mean, I wanted to be closer, here. I mean, I'm like 6 hours away from home right now. It's a 6-hour drive because my family they scared to fly. So, I mean, being 6 hours away from home, that's a blessing because they can always drive. I mean, Oregon, I was 36 hours away. So, I mean, 36 hours just a hard drive. So you want to fly, but they didn't want to fly. So, I wanted to come back closer to home.
Matt Marshall, Orlando Sentinel.
Ray, I wanted to ask, a lot of guys do obviously their homework before they go on the portal and decide where they're going to go. What did you learn when you were studying Florida State, Mike Norvell, that kind of maybe attracted you to this idea of developing you as a running back?
I mean, it was a big opportunity for me because of Jay Sean Corbin leaving, so I really just took it up there. It was like, I mean, it's not a primary back right now. I mean, we all just gonna come compete. So I'm just here to compete and develop myself and let the coach develop me too.
Ira.
Because of the injury, you didn't get a lot of chances at Oregon. So when you went into the portal, were you nervous at all about like whether or not people would, be lining up to take another chance on?
Yeah, I was kind of nervous. I mean, I didn't know what to expect because I never saw myself ever hitting the portal. But I mean, the coaching staff changed and it was an opportunity for me.
Brendan.
Trey, following up on some of the injury questions, how far along are you in the rehab process? And I guess how much better do you feel now than, say, a year ago?
Right now, I'm 100%. I mean, I feel very confident in my knee. I mean, last season, with the season that just passed, I was kind of hesitant, but it took reps, like in practice every day. But now I'm 100%.
Ira.
Do you feel kind of like maybe people have forgotten about you a little bit because you didn't get to do much at Oregon? And again, in high school, you put up some crazy numbers.
Oh yeah, I'm for sure feel like the underdog right now. I mean, well, I'm talking to y'all right now. I'm just building up the pain, the anger and stuff. I'm just ready to play football.
Brendan?
Two-part question, I guess. One, will there be any limitations like in spring practice, or will you be full go with contact and whatnot? And then two, for people who haven't watched you play before, haven't seen high school highlights or your time at Oregon, what do you do well? What do you bring to the table?
Well, as of now, I'm going to be full go. I mean, I'm a bigger back, but me being a bigger back I'm kind of special because I have speed, so I have a lot of power and speed.
Ira?
Are there any backs, like in the NFL or in college, that you look at and try to, you see yourself as, or you take things from as a running back?
I love Cam Akers. I mean, him being from Mississippi and him being at Florida State, I mean, it's kind of a coincidence, but I'll try to model my game after Cam Akers.
Ira?
I can't let that slide. So how big of a deal was Cam when you were coming up, coming out of Mississippi, and how cool has it been to watch him have success at the next level?
I watched Cam since he was in middle school, since I was in elementary. Like I watched him all the way growing up. When he was at Clinton, winning championships in Clinton, scoring 7 touchdowns a game, 7 touchdowns in the state championship game, and then him going to Florida State. I mean, I watched him throughout our college and high school and in the NFL too.